The Chinese internet slang you need to know in 2023. It's 2023, and the high-tech era is well underway. These days, speakers of almost every language on earth have developed their own systems of internet shorthand that help them express thoughts and feelings efficiently. The world of Chinese internet slang, of course, is no exception. In order to keep your Mandarin skills fresh, it's important to familiarize yourself with Chinese internet slang. In this article, we'll dive into some of 2023's most commonly used Mandarin cyberspeak. Table of contents. Hide. Why learn Chinese internet slang? 6 popular online acronyms to learn today. 1 YYDS. 2 NSDD. 3 ZQSG. 4 XSWL. 5 PLGG, PLJJ. 6 BDJW. 3 Chinese slang terms you need to know. 1. Niahuan. 2. Tangping. 3. Hofang Le. Keeping it fresh. Internet slang vocabulary. Why learn Chinese internet slang? Even the most advanced language students may find themselves mystified by the quickly evolving world of Chinese internet slang. While you may have heard of common online terms like 666, Liu Liu, awesome, or 88, Baba, bye bye, modern Chinese internet slang also includes an extensive list of commonly used alphabetic acronyms. These acronyms are simply abbreviations based on how certain groups of Chinese characters are written in pinyin. Although these internet acronyms are frequently used by Chinese netizens, they aren't well known among language students. In order to communicate effectively with Chinese people on social media, comprehend Chinese language digital media and keep your Mandarin skills up to date, it's important to understand common online phrases as coined by the mainland's internet-savvy population. Learning the newest Chinese internet slang will help keep your Mandarin language skills up to date. 6 popular online acronyms to learn today. Ready to give your Chinese skills a modern makeover? Stay hip to the culture by mastering these 6 popular Chinese internet slang acronyms today. 1 YYDS. Yanjia Yuan De Shen, YYDS, means eternal God and describes an outstanding person or thing. It's similar to the saying goat, greatest of all time, in English. The phrase is often used by fans to praise their idols or simply to describe something they are fond of. For example, YYDS. Gilan Mifen Tai Hokai Le, Gilan Mifen Joshi YYDS. Gilan rice noodles are delicious, they're just YYDS. Here's another example. YYDS. Lixiaolong de Zongguo Gongfu Tai Li Le, Ta Joshi YYDS. Bruce Lee's kung fu skills are so good, he's such a YYDS. YYDS is the perfect phrase to describe the delicious taste of Gilan's most famous dish, Gilan rice noodles. 2 NSDD. Nishoda DUI, NSDD, means what you said is right and is generally used to endorse or approve of what someone has said. For example, NSDD. NSDD. Jiang de Ziu Fishi Genta. NSDD. That's the right way to do it. However, it can also be used to brush someone off by hastily agreeing with them if the speaker doesn't wish to continue the conversation. For example, NSDD. NSDD, Doting and Ida. NSDD, whatever you say. NSDD can have a positive or negative meaning depending on the context in which it is used. 3 ZQSG. Jinping Shigan, ZQSG, which translates as true feelings, describes an emotionally touching or heartfelt situation and is generally used to comment on movies or TV dramas. For example, ZQSG. Ni hao, Li Huaning Jebulenin Dianing Tai ZQSG Le. The movie Hello, Li Huaning is so ZQSG. Another example. ZQSG. Hanju Mio Kandeo Jim ZQSG de Junluju Le. I haven't seen such a ZQSG war movie in a long time. Dirty Chinese, everyday slang from what's up, to coming through. We earn a commission if you make a purchase, 4 XSWL. Xiao Si Wo Le, XSWL, literally means laughing to death and is used by speakers to respond to something funny, comparable to LOL in English. For example, XSWL. Zhejiang Tupian Hao Jiaxiao, XSWL. This photo is so funny, XSWL. For another example, XSWL. XSWL, Zenma Hui Eugene Jiaxiao de Shaipan. XSWL, why is this video so hilarious? XSWL is the Chinese equivalent of LOL. 5 PLGG, PLJJ. Pialianggate, PLGG, used for men, and Pialiangjija, PLJJ, used for women, can be translated as pretty brother and pretty sister, respectively. Chinese netizens generally use these phrases to compliment someone's good looks. Keep in mind, however, that PLGG is typically used to describe stereotypically feminine men. For example, PLGG/PLJJ. WA. Zhegenchi PLGG/PLJJ. Wow, this PLGG/PLJJ is really attractive. These terms can also be used as a polite form of address for someone the speaker doesn't know well. For example, PLGG/PLJJ. PLGG/PLJJ, Kingwin, Jake Shisen. PLGG/PLJJ, may I ask what this is? PLGG or PLJJ can be used as a polite, if informal, form of address. 6 BDJW. Bulan Dong Juwen, BDJW, is a helpful transition phrase used to introduce a question. It is similar to just wondering or let me ask in English. For example, BDJW. BDJW, Shen Xia Jimai Dinglu. BDJW, what is Archimedes' law? Here's another example. BDJW. BDJW, Zheshi Sen Kikwai Dongzi. BDJW, what's this weird thing? Chinese netizens use the acronym BDJW to introduce a question they're about to ask. 3 Chinese slang terms you need to know. In addition to pinyin-based acronyms, modern Chinese also contains a wealth of new slang terms. Unfortunately, the meanings of these terms are often unclear to those who aren't in the know. Check out our list of 3 of the major Chinese slang terms that are trending right now. 1. Niahuan. Slang use. Niahuan has come to describe and often express disgust about the fiercely competitive atmosphere that pervades everything from education to the workplace. Example. You're sitting in a theater watching a theater performance. Out of the blue, the guy in front of you stands up. Now, you're no longer watching trained actors charismatically performing on stage. Instead, you're gazing into the leering eyes of the Nirvana smiley face on the back of this guy's t-shirt. With an eye roll and a sigh of frustration, you rise to your feet. You hear a grunt of disgust as the person behind you now also shuffles to a standing position. You peer into the darkness around you. The consequences are cascading, as is the disgruntlement. One by one, each audience member is forced up so as to see over the person in front of them. Within 1 minute, everybody's standing, less comfortable, and a bit agitated. Everybody is competing for a good view, yet everyone is worse off. Additional insight. Niahuan originated as a technical term in anthropology to describe diminishing returns. It described a situation in which an increase in population was not accompanied by an increase in innovation or productivity. The term recently leapt out of the ivory tower and into every corner of Chinese internet culture. These days, Niahuan has come to describe, and often express disgust about, the fiercely competitive atmosphere that pervades everything from education to the workplace. The term, Niahuan, has come to be a rallying cry for China's beleaguered millennials, many of whom are sick, tired, and burned out from quite literally working or studying from 9 in the morning until 9 at night, 6 days a week. This is known as China's infamous 996 work culture. Using the term, Niahuan, is about more than just wringing one's hands at the state of society, however. Instead, the conversation around Niahuan is making a subtler point by highlighting the fact that the cutthroat competition that Niahuan describes is both brutal and senseless. In the opinion of many of the Chinese netizens who have latched onto this term and contributed to its soaring popularity, the mounting competitiveness of the last decade hasn't led to the miraculous gains in economic efficiency seen in the 80s and 90s. It also hasn't contributed to higher levels of literacy among middle schoolers. Instead, everybody is just stressed out and their legs hurt from standing in the movie theater for no reason. The term, Niahuan, is used to criticize the pointless nature of China's rat race. Dictionary definition. Involution, curling inwards. Contemporary usage originating in the academic work of anthropologist Clifford Geertz, Agricultural Involution, The Processes of Ecological Change in Indonesia. Modern use English equivalent. The grind, the rat race, dog-eat-dog world, survival of the fittest. 2. Tang ping. Slang use. What do you do after peering through the looking glass and recognizing the true nature of China's Niahuan rat race? Quit spinning that hamster wheel. Quit running altogether. In short, Tang ping, just lie down flat. Yup, lie down flat on the ground and, Xiaoxi Yuxia, take a rest. Take it easy, take a nap, take a break, take a day off from work, or, better yet, take two. I mean, why are you number crunching for that Black Mirror tech company anyway? Didn't your buddy say that the tea house in the park by his house was hiring a manager? Picture it, bamboo chairs, old folks playing Chinese chess, songbirds flitting through the trees, steaming cups of tea. Doesn't that sound nice? Sure, the pay won't be a quarter as good, but money can't buy happiness. We're talking about quality of life here. This is the spirit of Tang ping. Tang ping is a lifestyle and social protest movement in China that emerged around April 2021. It is a response to and rejection of societal pressures to overwork, for example, rejection of the so-called 996 system. Additional insight. The current popularity of lying flat is connected with and in some ways a response to the problem of Niahuan. However, not everybody is a fan of this newfangled notion. Tang ping has attracted the ire of both older generations, avocado on rice eating millennials. When I was your age there wasn't even such a thing as a midday lunch break, and government officials, the motherland is not developed enough to have the youth checking out of the workforce. Pull up your socks and fill out those Excel sheets. While the Tang ping lifestyle is not for everyone, so long as China's rat race continues to heat up, the Tang ping option seems destined to continue to be seen as an attractive option by many. Dictionary definition. Lying flat, taking it easy. Modern use English equivalent. While there's no direct equivalent, quitting the rat race comes close. 3. Ho Fang Le. Slang use. Today, Ho Fang Le expresses being emotional overwhelmed. It is often used in social media comments under moving, heartbreaking, inspiring, or otherwise compelling articles, images, and videos. Additional insight. Emerging originally from the world of gamers, the phrase, Ho Fang Le, was initially used in the context of one's virtual city being overwhelmed by the invading forces of the enemy. Bro. The defenses are down. They're coming in. Ho Fang Le. Ho Fang Le. In other words, our defenses have been breached. We're compromised. As often happens, the internet snatched this phrase, retained some limited, context-specific aspects of its original meaning, and inflated it. It is no longer your in-game city walls that have been overrun, but rather your psychological defenses. Indeed, this phrase is so popular that the major Chinese video streaming site Bilibili selected Ho Fang Le as their comment of the year. Netizens use the term Ho Fang Le to describe an intense emotional reaction. Dictionary definition. The defenses are down, the enemy has broken through. Modern use English equivalent. This is too much, I just can't. Keeping it fresh. Congrats. You're officially up to speed on some of 2023's hottest Chinese internet slang. To utilize your new net-friendly vocabulary, try engaging with Chinese people online by dropping a comment on a Chinese video or typing out one of these phrases during a WeChat conversation. Native speakers will be amazed by your authenticity and cultural awareness. Remember, if you're looking for more opportunities to test out your language skills, studying in China is the premier path to fluency. If you can't travel to China right now, CLI's online lessons provide an ideal way to build and refine your Mandarin abilities from the comfort of your own home.